Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
So, I was thinking of having a Tolac this time.
You were? Okay, sorry. Like a toe pedicure? I don't know what you're saying. Like toe shellac?
What? No, like a trial of labor after cesarean.
Oh, okay. I thought that was called a VBAC. Little did I know.
No, that's only what it's called if I successfully deliver vaginally.
Ah, so is that risky?
Well, there are risks. I talked to my doctor about it. Things like my uterus could rupture, me and baby could die. So, like, nothing major.
What? You can't do that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm calling Monica. She works at the hospital with babies. Hopefully, she can tell us more about this because you are literally freaking me out.
Hello?
Oh, hey, so Mandy's thinking about having a Tolac, and I'm freaking out over here about her dying. She said her uterus could rupture, and her baby could die, and she could die. Is that true?
It is true, but let's talk about it. Women with one prior low transverse cesarean section have a baseline risk of about 0.47% of a uterine rupture, according to the SOGC. Women can change their mind at any time and have a repeat cesarean section too. And at the hospital, we watch them super close for signs of change. So, what will my experience look like in hospital? Well, once you're in labor, we'll monitor you on continuous EFM. We will do your vital signs regularly. We look for things like abnormalities in your baby's heart rate tracing, vaginal bleeding, scar pain or tenderness, blood in your pee, your heart rate increasing or your blood pressure dropping, and chest pain or shoulder pain, or even like shortness of breath. And if any of these things happen, we'll do a vaginal exam and see if the head is still in the pelvis. We have emergency services for a C-section that allow us to make it the safest experience possible. My doctor said that I could be a good candidate for the Tolac. Well, there is a list of things that make a successful vaginal birth after cesarean more likely. Things like having a previous vaginal delivery, having a favorable cervix, a body mass index of less than 30, a birth weight of less than 4 kilos, or if your labor starts naturally, or if maybe you had a breech last time but not this time, or you being under 40 years old. Most of those things do sound like me. What are the things that would make it less likely for me to have a successful VBAC? Well, if it's been less than 18 months since your last C-section, or if you had more than 2 previous C-sections, or if the head didn't fit through your pelvis last time. And then there are people that they just recommend not to have a Tolac altogether. Really? Why would that be? Well, some people had a classical uterine incision for their C-section, or an inverted T uterine incision, or even a previous uterine rupture. And then others have had major uterine surgeries as well. Here in Kamloops, we have access to an OR, so we can perform an emergency C-section, but in some places they can't, and those people can't safely try for a Tolac. I almost forgot. What if I need an induction? Well, induction increases the risk of uterine ruptures, so we only do 2 types, Foley catheter inductions and oxytocin. Oxytocin increases that risk by about 1.1%. That increases the risk of a uterine rupture by about 1.1%. So you can opt for a C-section if that becomes necessary, or you can choose not to take that small risk.
So, I'm over here listening to you guys chat, and I don't know. This hen, she doesn't have any options about how her baby comes out. So, I'm just glad that you do.